now entering the Degenerate danger zone. Events occur in real time.
And we're back with another exciting edition of Degenerate Danger Zone, Season 2, Episode 1. The crew is back, and so are the units, so are the moneyline plays, so is the degeneracy. As always, I'm joined by Degenerate Al, and new for this season, Ty Buffalo. Gents, how are we doing today?
Good. I'm just happy to be here, ready to put some money on the line. I'm on that quest for 100 units, and I'm going to get there quick.
It's great to be back. It's awesome that you're back to your normal voice. I can't stand it, but it's good to be back. We had such a good time last season. Tophers plus 35s, gigantic spreads, Albers being a square like usual. But I've never seen Producer Burrs this hot. And this is going to be a fun season.
He had a great offseason, a lot of tremendous futures from Producer Burrs. And we're going to get into that in a second. But, you know, if you're going to call Topher a square, I mean, what does that make you, a rectangle with all those UV plays last year? Let's face it, it was a little bit of a debate. But let's jump into that real quick. It's been 7 months since the last episode of Degenerate Danger Zone. A lot has happened.
Yep.
What have been some of your favorite streaks and some of your worst beats in that time?
Okay, well, you just said it. I'm going to go right into it. I'm pretty sure, Producer Burrs, you can quote me on this, but UV football covered the first 6 or 7 in a row. And I remember your text. I think it was like a Tuesday night action type game. And you're like, this is it. This streak's over. It's coming to an end. Vegas knows how to make their money back. And what happened? UV didn't cover probably 3 or 4 straight weeks. And I, took a little bit of a loss, but that was fun last year. UV football covering. A great streak to start the year in September and October.
For me, just putting out the daily plays every day, I think there was a streak of 4 or 5 in a row. MLB games were at bad beats, 7th inning around. I think I lost 2 in the 9th inning. There's a walk-off grand slam in there or something like that.
Oh, it was atrocious.
Atrocious. I was scared for my life. I didn't want to even touch my phone. I didn't know who was going to be calling or what was going on. So hopefully we're back on the right thing. I'm up on the Action app, so we're looking good.
Yep, and you can follow all of our plays along in the Action app. Just go to your Google Play Store or the App Store on iPhone. Some of my favorite moments, you gotta shout out Producer Burrs and some of these futures, whether it was Molinari or, Croatia or Caps and 5 beginning to thrive. We're loving it all the
Gross
way.
Kapka, U.S. Open, don't forget that one.
Molinari.
Mm-hmm.
I
didn't forget that one.
wait, real quick. How can we forget this? All we did was fade Vegas and lose.
Vegas fade.
It was horrible. We're like,
Stanley Cup Finals has started paying off big time. That's what you call a return on investment.
Literally all season, like halfway through the year, it's gonna flip. 3 quarters, it's gonna flip. First round of the playoffs, there's no chance they beat the Kings.
They were even money to beat the Kings. Even Vegas was on them to it's a flail.
They needed them to lose. They were going to be down a lot of money. ESPN did a piece interviewing a bunch of the big guys at all the casinos, bookmakers. And all those guys were like, if Vegas wins the cup, I'm going to be out on the strip looking for a job. I'm going to be fired. Because they would have won so much. They would have lost so much. Because everyone put, $10, $20, $100 on them to win in there the long shot. That would have been huge.
Huge. That was like a Leicester EPL type. Not as big of a
but just because of the volume. Because Vegas is where all the betting is coming in.
Exactly. And everyone wants to, dabble a little bit. But Maniac, tell people about, what was it? Game 2, Winnipeg, that empty netter.
Oh, man. Last leg of a 5-leg parlay. Winnipeg plus 1.5. Winnipeg going into the zone with 25 seconds left. Tell me how they lose that. Vegas shoots it down wide. They could easily just skate it out. Nope. Wrap it around empty netter with less than 2 seconds left. To win by 2.
No need to score.
Could have just totally hold the puck, but,
buried it.
That's why you gamble, so you can be absolutely
Much like that 1.7 seconds left, New Jersey loses to Tampa Bay, 5-team parlay in Vegas for that one, too.
Oh, my God. How did I forget about that?
I will never forget. 1.7 seconds. Never. I still have the card in my car.
Who scored the goal?
Samko shot it down. After that, I walked away.
1.7 seconds.
I remember that.
Sounds like my Saturday night.
Ooh.
Anyways, so let's talk. We're talking about gambling.
Yes.
All these fun losses, all these fun streaks. Why do people bet on sports? Because it's legal now in a lot of states. It's one of those things that clearly people have a passion for. You can't say it helps medicate people. You can't make the same arguments about marijuana that you make about sports betting. Why is it becoming legalized? Because it's a popular thing to do and people love it. Why do you sports bet?
You gotta think it's it's like you said, it's the satisfaction, it's the high. I mean, betting money on a Tuesday night WNBA game.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Or a midnight women's tennis match and you can't go to bed.
There's
Yeah,
free
I
money.
mean,
You know what I
There's
mean?
free money.
I've been
Free
riding-
money's out there. Exactly.
I've been riding the CFL. We got that free money out there. Like, you know, in the middle of summer, what are you gonna do? There's nothing on TV. There's nothing else to do. But hey, I got $20 on Edmonton. The Eskimos need to cover by 7 points. I'm on the ESPN Plus and I'm watching that CFL game.
And you gotta love how over the years ESPN has more and more brought in gambling onto their shows.
Of course.
On Sports Center. And the
Implementing.
announcers
That's what
and the
people care
announcers
about.
are talking about it. Why on earth are you from California watching Tuesday night action? It's because you got the away money line underdog.
Of course.
Yeah, exactly.
It's about passing time. It's about entertainment. But the two biggest factors: proving you know, and free money.
Free money.
That's what it's all about, right?
And you got like you said, proving you know. It's funny when you're on Twitter and you post plays, you don't get love when you win.
Oh no.
No one gives a shit when you
When
win.
you lose.
But when you lose, I'll wake up to that classic favorite at 3 a.m. You're gonna favorite my loss so I know it.
That
Like,
gif.
Yeah, we were like,
Yep.
Yeah,
like
you're
a
walking out of
15-4
Soho
week.
broke as a joke. Don't be the favorite in my tweet.
I hate it. It's the worst feeling waking up to those like no favorites for any reason.
But hey, so that's why we're here. Proving we know it
Yep.
and making money. And that's the purpose of this show, to give you, the viewer, the information you need to complete that quest, whether it's proving you know it or making that money. We are here questing for that free money, for that plus 100
We're
units.
looking for 100 units.
That's why you do it. At the end of the day, to prove that you knew enough that you can make that much money, we're setting the benchmark at plus 100 units. How are we going to do it on a week-to-week basis, guys?
So we started the rules for the show. So you have 10 units.
10 units per week.
10
You can't be going nuts.
No. So you can't just put 100 units on week 1 and boom, you got there. So you can use 10 units a week. Don't have to use it all. But you could do parlays. You can do money lines. So you can easily do a unit on a plus 300 money line. Boom, there you go. There's 3 units if you win. So money lines, straights, doesn't matter. And then obviously we are using the Action Sports app. Easy way to track our bets, make your own bets, follow us. So it's an easy way to keep track. That's what we're going to be doing all season, starting with week 0.
Absolutely.
0, baby.
Week 0, aka the Degenerate honeymoon. That's when, it starts out, everything's beautiful, you're loving to be there. So let's jump right into the action. We got some juicy week 0 action this week. What are you guys targeting to start your quest for 100 units?
First of all,
Hashtag quest for 100 units.
I gotta bring this up though. Wait. So I'm looking at the schedule this year. You got Duquesne, UMass, and you got Hawaii, Colorado State. The funny thing about that is Hawaii, UMass played last year.
Oh yeah,
So
they're
they're-
a week 0 staple.
So
Yeah.
so they're guaranteed week 0 Hawaii.
Think about that matchup from the United States. The whole Hawaii versus UMass. You literally can't get two universities farther away from each other.
And what happened last year? Sharps on UMass. Hawaii can't make the trip all the way east. Different time zone, and I'm pretty sure there was like a noon game.
Oh yeah, it was
a
noon.
really-
We were on
Topher was
UMass.
on that one, right?
Topher was all over
UMass, and I took Hawaii, and you know what? I'm sticking with Hawaii this year. I know Tybee doesn't like this. I'm taking Hawaii in the points, plus 14, 3.3 units to win 3. Last year, it was a battle. Pretty sure, Elbers, were you on the over? It was a 38-35 final in
Burrs
UMass.
was on the over. I was watching that back.
Burrs was on the over. I mean, they're traveling to Colorado. That's nothing for them. If they go to UMass last year and keep it close, Johnny Ursa, he is a junior this year, went off for 12 catches and 272 yards last year in the opener. Expecting another big game. I like Hawaii and the 2 touchdowns.
Shout out to Stuckey and the Sports Action app, again, where you can track all our plays all season long. Follow along. Trivia. Hawaii, what's their mascot?
The Warriors.
Rainbow Warriors.
The Rainbow Warrior.
The Rainbow.
Love it. Yep. You gotta get that. You gotta get that.
The Rainbow guy.
All right, so Ty, are you touching that action, or what are you targeting? in
I'm
week
all
0?
over the Rams in that game. Colorado State, baby, minus 14. I got 1 unit on that to win 0.9. Colorado State's won 7 straight over the Rainbow Warriors. They're looking to make it 8, and they're looking to get back to another bowl game. They made it to a bowl game last year. Hawaii had a down year, only 3 wins, I believe. So,
And I think you might be tempting fate a little bit, Al. Were you aware of the inside info that the Colorado State coach has been hospitalized for the last 9 days with numbness in his feet? They're making alternative plans for Colorado State for this game because there might have to be some changes in the play calling. You know those Rams are going to be fired up on the sideline for their coach.
I still like the Rainbow
Okay.
Warriors.
Well, hey, so we're gonna
it's a 2-touchdown game. I can see that being a 17, 20-point game.
Okay.
Yep.
Well, hey, and this is going to
We're in
happen
the
on the
board.
road to 100 units. We're in a quick detour away from week 0 over to some soccer action. What do you got for me, Ty B?
All right. Well, first off, I got Schalke and Wolfsburg on Saturday. They're playing at 9:30. I got 1 unit on that. I got the draw
You're having your Honey Nut
2.3.
Cheerios and you're hitting that free money. I love
for
it.
sure. Then right after that, I'm gonna keep it going. Starts only a half hour later. I got Everton for 1 unit for 1.75.
Okay.
Then
Everton.
I got Nice in the afternoon. They're
Nice.
0-1-1 this year. They took a bad loss to Reims, and they tied with
Nice with Nice.
and they had a tie with Kane, who's like one of the worst teams in the league. They are due for a win, even with Balotelli out. The line moved from 145 to -120, so I'm all over that for 1 unit to win 0.8. And my big play of the week is my square parlay. I got Bayern, Lyon, PSG, and Liverpool for 6 units to win 5.64.
Okay, laying a bunch of chalk on that one. Can't blame you.
Might as well burn that cash.
Yeah, well, square parlay, as we call it around these parts, a square lay.
I mean,
Obviously.
It literally sounds like Teddy Roosevelt's in the room.
I might just parlay all the opposite
I'm
picks,
looking
and
to get
obviously
to
cash. I'll cash.
I'm looking to get to 100 quick, so
Let's get
I'm
back
gonna
to
be
the
smart.
gridiron. A match that I got soccer on the brain now. A game that a lot of Buffalo fans are going to have their focus on. Wyoming traveling to New Mexico State. Big game. They're Josh Allen-less. Wyoming -3.5. Are you guys, either of you guys targeting this game?
I am. And the line opened up at 6. Wyoming was laying 6, down to 3.5. I mean, this is a square play. I'm taking Wyoming money line. -170. Looking to risk 3.4 units to win 2.
Okay.
It's kind of like, a little bit of a safety net here. If Hawaii gets blown out in the late game, 10 o'clock ESPN2, I have a reason to watch it.
Okay.
I'm staying away from
Okay.
Josh Allen's going. I don't like quarterbacks there very much.
Okay, so you're ghosting that game. What about producer Burrs? Are you targeting this Cowboys-Aggies affair?
Hell yeah, man. Josh Allen hangovers kicking in, so I'm going with the New Mexico State. What is it?
The Aggies. The Aggies.
Taking the Aggies +3.5 because I need something to watch 10 o'clock at night. No, in September.
Agreed. This was a tough game to read. It's going to be the nightcap of week 0, so I'm choosing to invest all my units in this game. I will be targeting the under 46 with 5.5 to win 5 units. Both these teams lost their starting QBs from last season, okay?
Yeah, so-
they're going to have a tough time getting those offenses going. I'm taking the under 46.
I thought you said all units, so you're not doing
No,
10
no.
units.
Oh, yeah, well, I'm not done yet.
Oh,
I'll take 5.5
okay,
to
okay.
win
Here comes
5.
a 42 shootout.
We're doing 2.2 units to win 2 on New Mexico State +3.5. Going to take the points to be safe.
Okay.
And then with my remaining 2.3 units to win 7.4 units, New Mexico State Aggies, money line.
Oh.
Wyoming Cowboys, they are going to be sputtering going into New Mexico State.
Sputtering.
That stadium
I love
is
it.
going to be unglued. Give me the Aggies all day.
I love it. We have
That's a bold
opposite
strategy,
picks
Kyle.
already.
20 to
Here
17
we go.
Aggies.
See the
20 to
face-off.
17 Aggies.
My Rainbow Warriors, my Wyoming. Let's go. I'm fired up. I'm fired up.
Hey, if you want to ascend the
My
throne, you gotta pick up the phone and get in the degenerate danger zone.
Chicks dig profits, not percentages.